Hi everybody, it's Jess, your go-to YouTube dance commentator. And speaking of YouTube, we have a YouTube lottery winner. Shout out to Lee for winning. This is Yumiki's pop-up class Tyla's been thinking over at Just Strict Dance Academy. We're going to take a look at Yumiki doing it. It looks like normally the first group to go or the last group. You see the choreographer take a stab at it. We'll talk about the movement quality of it, and then we'll watch other groups if it's applicable. So without further ado, let's get started. That's Yumiki in center. Uh-oh, there we go. Oh, wow. We taking clothes off? That must have been so full out. I love that sound. Okay. With a Yumiki freestyle. With a better. Yeah, we feeling it. How cute, right? Okay, so we're gonna go from the top, do a zoom through, talk about it. So it has a pretty good Afro bag, right? Now, more of the social viral sense of what is perceived as an Afro dance bag. And a lot of the moves, like we didn't quite see it Guada Guada, but you saw it Tibetsa from Yumiki in that little freestyle moment near the tail end. A lot of those have been popularized by artists or individuals who have created tracks that match that respective movement. And I would highly recommend, if you really like this genre, please go to, I believe they're called African Dance Network, and they were featured, fun fact, on the Street Fighter Directors War first episode preview. And I'm so glad they were cited, because when you're dealing with like Afro, there's a lot of vocabulary that can be celebrated that has a lot of history, and there's a lot of access there. So I wanted to plug that. Hopefully I'll remember to put it in the description of this. But this is great. I'm excited to touch on it in my scope. So Yumiki, we are pretty aware, a lot of us are aware that he dances so full, right? I like the accent syncopation on the hips, and then we end up taking the knocks here. Now that move is the Daiki way, and I'm so glad I wrote it on my board. I write some certain moves that I see pop up on trend, and I try to dig to figure out what they're called to help me remember and condition to remember them. That's the Daiki way, which is the knocking. And I like how we had that as part after the syncopation of that hip. It was cool. Then we end up knocking with the arch of the back, and we go booty, booty, booty. Come on. Now, there is a style, when you think about Tyla, when you think about water, right? It's the Bacardi, which is I don't know where it's based in, but the Bacardi dance is what Tyla does. So having the legs be utilized for a lot of the hip and butt action, that's going to help in more of the authentic approach to the sound that you have because of the artist and her background. So that's just something I find interesting there, right? So I like the knock on it. The crossover is cool, the pickup, the toss away. I like the redirections with our focus. It's really nice. We cross it, press it to the chest. I like the buildup of the arms with the press away. The fullness of the lower body is really nice. Arm swings are cool. This is clothes off. I'm glad we didn't undress at that moment. It could have been a bit of a tease, right? But this particular song, it has that doon, 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 which has that older 90s, early 2000s club sound. And I really resonate with it. It's so fun. The cross on it, it's nice. We rotate it through. We press it. And then we end up taking it to a V-step. I like the knock. We cross and cross it. And I like the shoulders on it, figure 8. And then we go, I've been thinking crazy with the head. And then I like that. We end up doubling it with the hand, rotating it through. And then we build it. We drop a little bit lower. I like the ball change with the knees getting involved there. It's really nice. And yeah, that midnight. And then, of course, shout out to my girl right here. Sometimes when you're in a select group, you may go the opposite way. It happens, c'est la vie. She's still keeping with the vibe, and that was the tail end. So we did good. So he has his freestyle moment. Everybody moves away except for Yumiki. Pushes it out. I like the press downs. Then he does a little ball change. He knocks it. There's a Tibetsa to hit that pulse. Really nice. And then he knocks it. Then he does it again. Then he travels it down. That tongue is out. He's having a good time. When you feeling it, when you feeling yourself, it's cute. And then we end up taking a lunch, and then we transition to the next group. Now, you may have noticed, and I can attest to this because I've been in this room. Haha, when I went to Korea. Not last, but I think it was my first time going to Korea is when I took class from here. This right here is a wall divider where it's takes up half the room. So this is a half capacity Just Jerk studio space, and then they put that up when there's another class running on the other side. So you may have conflicting music that happens when you take class here for that reason, but they do pretty good. It's fun, but it is compact. That room is much smaller than you think it is because when they have that divider up. But it's a vibe though, nonetheless. Here we go. Next group. Let's see. That pop was poppin'. You know what's interesting is it shows you the power of wearing red in a select group, because my dancer in red keeps getting my attention, and part of it does come from what they're wearing, and the other two are wearing white, so and they're like right there in center. That's fun. Oh, we got some foreigners. Yeah, My girl in the blue ended up in that mass select group. Same with my girl in the on studio, I think is what they're called. Yeah, I like the freedom that a lot of people have with how full they're going in the torso. Yeah. That was nice. We cut right in the middle of the choreo, so there's a good chance some of what Yumiki was doing. Yeah. Was just, he didn't teach the full thing. It could be that. The girl in the heart sweats is doing pretty good. I like my girl in the Adidas pants too. She could barely see though. That's the funny thing. She's going for it. Yeah. Yeah, come on with the chest. Now it looks like we're going to the groups. Because everybody's separated in groups. Yeah, come on, Supreme. I'm digging him. But his face is glued to that mirror, though. That would be my one recommendation. There it is. Looking away. Wow. This group's a 5.5. With the train transition? Wow. Yeah. Hey. Okay, my girl in red ended up in the select group at the end. Hey. Thumbs up. It's just so full out. That was really, really nice. I liked that. I liked that dance a lot. The fascinating thing too is that you notice, like, my guy right here, I thought he did fantastic. I don't think he's in the final group that we see with Yumiki. So if anything, I hope this is a point of encouragement where Yumiki, I have no idea what he was looking for. I think that's absolutely fine. We have my guy right here and then the one in the red. That's great. Also, who knows if somebody had to leave early? We don't know any of that information. But it does give the impression that these, I think beginning about maybe right here, we have all of our guys and another group of ladies, where we, a lot of times in the studio, they're gonna film the groups of whoever's in it, whether you got it good or not. Like, you're gonna get filmed as a group. So I thought he did really good. He didn't end up in the final, like, select group. That doesn't take away for the fact that, like, people performed very well, or it settled pretty good on their bodies. And I'm different than Yumiki. I could have selected very different people if I was in that position teaching a dance. I would probably look for very different things, like somebody not having to look and rely upon the mirror. That would be something I would look at. But this isn't an audition, it's a class. And that's, like, the cool thing on one hand is we have these videos because we get the request, right? Like, Lee recommended to us. Getting these types of requests is cool, but also, nope, not that. My point is getting to see a class is cool. But on the other hand, it can take away from what you learn in the class because you're so focused on not messing up in front of the camera in comparison to being okay living in the failure of not getting it really well immediately. And that's the hard part whenever you have the camera introduced in a classroom setting where it's going to go on the internet for the world to do with as they wish, right? So that's always the hard part about these types of videos, but I love that we have it. It looks like everybody's had a great time, and it looked like everybody was putting in work because people would be sweating, and this dance looks super, super full out. Thank you so much again, Lee, for this request. Congratulations once more on winning the recommendation lottery for YouTube for celebrating 3 years on YouTube. It's really cool. I mean, of course, granted, I've had my channel for a long time, but 3 years specifically doing reviews like this. Well, if you guys want to see more, I'm probably going to have another celebration come September for Patreon, and that'll be a really fun time together. But we always have recommendation lottery take place in certain tiers on the Patreon side if you want in on recommending like what we have here. I'm Jess. I will catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.